Yeah, my name is Nayeli Rodriguez Anaya, and today I'm going to talk about Alicorp, one of the leading fast-moving consumer goods companies in Peru. First, I will have you brief introduction to the company. Alicorp is a Peruvian fast-moving consumer goods company dedicated to the production and commercialization of food products, home care products, and personal care products. The company has operations in Peru and other countries across Latin America. Now that we know what Alicorp is, let's look at the mission and vision. First, the company mission is to transform market through in leading brands and create extraordinary experiences for consumers. It's also focused in continuous innovation to create value and improve the well-being of society. Next, the company vision is to become leading company in the fast-moving consumer goods industry with international presence. Alicorp also aims to be organized for its innovation, operation excellence, sustainability, and its ability to create shared value of all its stakeholders. As we can see, these competitors have a significant impact on Alicorp. Nestlé and Mondelez are direct competitors because they offer similar products, such as food, chocolates, and biscuits, competing for the some consumers. On the other hand, Unilever and Procter Gamble are indirect competitors as they mainly compete in the home care and personal care categories. These competitions encourages Alicorp to innovate, improve the quality of its production, and maintaining competitive price.
Okay, now let's move on the next point, which is the SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis is a strategic tool that allows Alicorp to identify its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It helps the company understand its current position in the market and develop strategies for future growth. Let's start with the strengths. First of all, one of Alicorp's main strengths it is strong brand recognition in Peru and Latin America. Another important strength is its wide variety of products in food, home care, and also personal care. In addition, Alicorp has an extensive distribution network which allows its products to reach many customers. Moreover, the company continuously invests in innovation and research to improve its products. Finally, Alicorp has solid financial performance and many years of experience in the consumer goods industry. Now let's take a look at the company's weaknesses. One of the main weaknesses is its high dependence on the Peruvian market. Another challenge is the fluctuation in raw material prices, which can increase production costs. In addition, large-scale production leads to high operating costs. The company also faces strong competition from international brands. Finally, some of its products still have limited recognition in international markets. Now let's talk about the opportunities. One important opportunity is expanding into new international markets. Another opportunity is the growing demand for healthy and sustainable products. Furthermore, Alicorp can benefit from adopting new technologies and digital transformation. The growth of e-commerce also creates new scales opportunities. And finally, the strategic partnerships and acquisitions can help the company increase its market share. Okay, and last but not least, we have the threats. One of the biggest threats is the increasing competition from multinational companies. Another challenge is economic instability and inflation, which can reduce consumer spending. And in addition, change in government regulations may affect the company operations. Climate change is also a threat because it can reduce the supply of raw materials. And lastly, exchange rate fluctuations can increase import and export costs. Next. Now let's move on the pest analysis. Pest analysis is an important tool because it helps Alicorp understand the external factors that can affect its business. These factors include political, economic, social, and technological aspects. By analyzing them, Alicorp can identify opportunities, reduce risk, and make better strategic decisions. We have like political factors, government regulations, and health standards ensure food safety and consumer protection. Economic factors, inflation, exchange rates, and rising raw material prices affects Alicorp's production costs. Social factors, consumers increasingly prefer healthy and high quality and sustainable products. And last, technological factors. Alicorp invests in automation and the modernization of its production processes to improve efficiency. Next.
Porter Five Forces. Below are Porter Five Forces, a tool used to analyze companies' competitive environment and the factors that influence its performance. In Alicorp case, this analysis helps identify the opportunities and challenges it faces in the consumer goods market. Threat of new entrant. The threat of new entrant is low because entering the customer goods industry requires significant investment. In addition, Alicorp has well-established brands and operate in 5 Latin American countries. Bargaining power of supplier. The bargaining power of supplier is moderate because Alicorp depends on both national and international suppliers for raw materials. However, due to its size and high purchasing volumes, the company can negotiate better terms. Bargaining power of buyers. The bargaining powers of buyers is high because consumers have many alternatives to choose from. For example, in the cooking oil category, customers can buy Alicorp brands such as Primor or choose products for competing companies. Threat of substitute product. The threat of substitute products is high because consumers can easily find alternative products that satisfy the same need. The intent is Alicorp to continuously innovate and improve the quality of this product. Competitive rivalry. Competitive rivalry is high because major companies compete through pricing and promotional strategies. However, Alicorp's strength is market leadership to its broad portfolio and brand. Next, marketing mix. The marketing mix is to use analyze the product, price, distribution, and promotion strategies that Alicorp uses to meet consumer needs and strength in market position. Products. Alicorp has a broad portfolio of Wheels new brands such as Primor, Don Victorio, and Bolivar. The company also continually innovates to offer high-quality products that meet consumer needs and preferences. Price. Alicorp offers products at different price levels to reach various consumer segments. It also uses promotion and special offer to attract consumers and increase sales. Distribution. Alicorp has an extensive distribution network that allows products to reach supermarkets, local markets, and other retail outlets across Peru and Latin America. Promotion. Alicorp uses advertising through traditional and digital media, as well as a promotional campaigns and loyalty program has are perfect clients. Next.
Competitive strategy. Here's well explain Alicorp competitive strategy. Alicorp follows two main strategies, cost leadership and differentiation. This means the company offers good quality products and competitive prices. It also invests in innovation and new products to satisfy customer needs. Because of these strategies, Alicorp remains one of the leading consumer goods companies in Peru and Latin America. Next. Human resources strategies. Nova will explain Alicorp human resources strategies. The company believes its employees are one of its greatest strengths. It provides training, performance evaluation, and opportunities for professional growth. It also promotes teamwork, innovation, diversity, and a safe working environment. These strategies improve employee motivation and help the company achieve its goals. Next, conclusion. Finally, I would like to present our conclusion. First, Alicorp is one of the leading consumer goods companies in Peru because of its strong brand, innovation, and wide distribution network. Second, the company has many strengths and opportunities, but it also faces challenges such as competition and economic change. Finally, Alicorp competitive strategy and human resources management help the company continue growing and remain competitive. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.